Well, tell me something about your story.
So this is a very peaceful country of Nepal. Is a very famous country. This is like a traditional and like a lots of history's country here in Nepal. So I'm a student of painting mandalas. I like painting of mandala like a mantra, better life, good up life, etc. So we paint on a cotton canvas and we use like one here we have brush and color is like a vegetable and mirrors and those painting for the meditation.
Okay, great. Let's go and have a look on it, yeah?
Yeah. So it's a pleasure to show my work.
Cool. And say me something about your family. Did you born in Kathmandu?
Actually, I'm born in India.
India, and now you move here, yeah?
We do art.
It's your city far from?
It's like a 3 days walk.
3 days walk from here?
No, walking, no. It's like by bus.
With a bus, okay.
Yeah. 3 days by bus and train.
Okay, say me again your name?
Arush.
Arush. Perfect. Let's go for it. Okay.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Welcome to our school, art school, Thangai school, which is run by the Tibetan refugee camp. And here I can tell you how we work.
Okay.
At the first, I can show this is the way we work. At the first, we draw with a pencil, freehand, and we use the stone and the pigment color like such stone color. We grinded a stone and make a powder and mix with yak skin glue, and we apply with a brush. And then we do setting. At the last, we use the real 24 karat of gold leaf as a signing. And we use small tiny here to paint the small little work like such things. You can see here gold. So when you touch, you get the metallic feeling also.
Okay.
And to make such painting at the first, we do meditation. We visualize and we paint. And when it's finished, these paintings looks like this one.
It's amazing how much time it takes.
So to make this one, it takes around 11 months.
11 months.
Yes, done by only one master.
Okay.
One hand, one master.
Only one.
And I can show you some small one.
You can see.
Which is done by our teacher Nirmal Lama.
Okay.
So every painting they have different story. And this painting is designed by His Holiness Khotin Dalai Lama. And he traveled different country and make such mandala with sand powder. So have you heard about 7 Years in Tibet, the film?
No.
So in that film, the monks are making same mandala with sand powder. When they finished, they do big ceremony for the world peace. At the end of ceremony, they destroy the blood, the mandala.
Okay.
Because they want to teach that nothing is permanent. So he compared the mandala as our life. Our life is very beautiful, very precious, lovely, but one day we have to finish. That means nothing is permanent. So he teaches that our life is for short timing. So why we are doing fighting, war, lazy, desire, selfish? He teaches life must be happy and peace. So this is a peace mandala also.
Okay.
The center is a nirvana and the happiness. To reach to real happiness, you have to cross these 6 different elements and 3 different entrance get to nirvana. At the first, wisdom, space, wind, fire, water and earth. These 6 elements compare our human body. We believe we are perfect, but we are not perfect because we have a lot of attachment with us, like angry, desire, selfish. But my attachment is lazy, I'm very lazy. We have to clean through these 3 different gates. That means body in trance. Body must be healthy and clean. Second in trance is the speech. Speech must be polite and soft. And at the last, the mind. Different people have different mind. If you think negative, your action, your activity will be negative. So mind must be positive and healthy mind. Then you reach to nirvana and happiness. So this is the peace mandala also, happiness mandala also.
That's finally the ones which one I'm going to Salleri, the most near place to Lupka. And from there I'm just gonna hike.
त्यही त काम छ म भेट्छु तपाईलाई म भनेका सायातिर
Well, that's the first day. I'm traveling to the base, then to walk to base camp Everest in Salleri. And actually I think we had some car problems and we are stopped in the middle of nowhere. And here are some villagers living like in a very poor way, but still it looks like they're having fun. Very early in the morning, it's 6 a.m. and I'm leaving from Salleri. It's the first day of hike. Let's see how the things is gonna go, and I'll try to make it to go more as much as possible near to Lupka. This village was desert yesterday night after 7:30. But now it looks a lot of people are playing music around. Let's see. I reached the Taksindu peak. It's the first peak that I'm reaching. 2,900 meter. It's nothing comparing to what I'll find later, but still the first achievement. And the place is very nice, as you may see. There are some local here around and a kind of monument. And now I have other 3 hours for the next village. And it's getting very cloudy, as you may see. I just hope that it's not gonna rain badly.
My name is Mom Fansok.
How old are you?
I'm 18 old. Yes.
18 years. Tell me something about your life here.
Yeah. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And after that I go to brush my teeth. After that 6 o'clock here pray 1 hour and 6 to 7 morning. And after that 7 o'clock I go to take my breakfast, and after that 7:30 I start my class.
Class of what?
My both class, both grammar.
Oh, grammar. Okay.
And after that 7:30 to 8 o'clock. After that I learning. So like inside is chapa, so torma.
Okay.
No, torma.
Okay. Yeah.
Torma. And then after that I go to my both class.
Yeah.
After that I eat my lunch at 11 a.m. After that in race play football, badminton.
Oh, football.
Yeah,
Wow.
badminton,
Then you do
volleyball.
also sport.
Yeah, but volleyball. After that 12 to 1 play. After that 8 to 1 o'clock to 2 I do my homework.
Yeah.
Both homework. After that 5 to 6 evening prayer here.
Again here. Yeah.
After that I eat my dinner.
Okay. And then time for sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, this is day 2. Still raining, and I met 2 guys, one from US, one from South Africa. We sleep in the same lodge, and today we're gonna hike together. We think that they're trying to go to Namche. I don't know if it's feasible and possible, then why not give it a try? Anyway, it will be a long day and still raining. My backpack is ready and let's see how the things is gonna go. I'm very excited for today. I have some pain on the knee. I have a kind of things to try to move it as less as possible. Let's see if it's gonna work. Well, let me talk a bit about what happened today and so on. Well, I have been beaten by a few leeches and I managed to take them out. Since it's monsoonic season, there are a lot of leeches that just jump on your clothes and then get in your shoes or trousers and they just beat you. Then regarding the water, it's not very easy to find water in the villages as I was thinking to. Then I just started to collect water from the rivers or the source of water that I find on the way, using specific pills for purifying the water. As you may see, the road is not very in good conditions. It's very slippery. You're used to every hour at least risk 2-3 times to fall, and sometimes there are some of kind of bridges, but it's not. They are not bridges, just a piece of wood that you need to walk on, and if you carry a lot of weight, it's very risky to fall down. And let me stop a second because we are 3,000 meters and there is a lack of oxygen with all this weight on top. I found half an hour before a village. They had a kind of village event. There was also some monk praying. It was very nice because I was with local people. I had food with them. It was kind of for free food and a drink. But of course, I asked if I could contribute to the village, and they had also a place where you could put some offer. There was a lot of nice people trying to talk me in Nepalese. Of course, I don't understand anything, but with gesture we figure out how to communicate, and that's it. I mean, It's always an adventure here. You never know what are you heading to and what are you finding. I mean, I love this place. It's 6 a.m. I'm leaving. It's the day 3. As you may say, this was the place where I slept. The first room was mine. There are a lot of waterfall nearby, and also it's a very nice village with a lot of traditional things. Well, it's a bit cold here because we are 3,000 meters and the city looks very nice. Now I'm heading on the way to Namche. It's about 7-8 hours of hike. I hope it's not gonna rain today as it did yesterday, and in this way I will feel very lucky, I think. So my knee is still with a lot of pain. I hope that it will fix soon. Dog trying to cross the bridge. I think he's a bit scared. This is day 4. We are still in Namche and we are trying to acclimatize. Now we are at 3,700 meters. We hike up with less stuff just to make it possible to understand how much is our blood capacity in terms of oxygen. We have a kind of small things that you put on your finger and you figure out how much is oxygen, how much your blood is carrying oxygen. We are quite good, all of us. We're just staying here for half an hour and then we will hike down again. And tomorrow we'll start the EBC trek properly.
So this little device here is kind of a lifesaver for me. It was the very first item that I bought when I started training in Aspen, Colorado. And what it does is it tells you the oxygen level in your blood supply. It tells you how fast your body is developing red blood cells. And the important thing is that if you don't have, if your body is unable to build red blood cells or additional red blood cells, then the muscles are not going to be able to get fed by the oxygen required at a high altitude. So this little device allows one to read what their oxygen level is in their blood at the heart rate that you're currently at. So obviously the higher the heart rate, the faster it feeds oxygen to the muscle. The slower the heart rate, the slower the oxygen will get to. So mine's at 92% oxygen on a 62 heart rate, which is pretty good. I could leave for Everest right now. But yeah, if it gets down to like 75, then you pretty much need to turn around and get to lower altitude, because it means that your body is really struggling to get oxygen to the necessary muscles, especially the lung muscles, which is required for staying alive. So my name's Ryan Davey. I'm tracking from Jerry to Mount Everest Base Camp. This is my second track on this route, mainly because my first track was for a potential summit on Mount Everest, but I had a little bit of a conflict of interests on Mount Everest in that I couldn't afford to pay the fees that are associated with climbing Mount Everest. So I went in under the radar, and I got as high as 23,000 feet, and on my descent I was caught by the officials and arrested and was told to report in Kathmandu back to the Nepal Tourism Department, where they put me in jail for a number of days until they could decide what to do with me. And then because I was so well behaved, I guess, and I was respectful of their sort of culture and the way that they handled the whole case, they released me after 8 days inside the holding cell, and they said that I needed to hang around in Nepal for another 3 days until they could decide on my sentence. So they released me on a $10 bail, and then I had to wait in Kathmandu for 3 days while the Nepal Tourism Board decided on what my penalty was going to be, which was originally going to be 4-year sentence for breaking the Mount Everest rule or code, or it was going to be a $23,000 fine, which is double the penalty of the Everest permit. After 3 days, they brought me in, and they told me that I was not permitted to climb any mountain in the Himalayas for at least 10 years, but that I was permitted to come back to Nepal, which was quite surprising because initially they were going to ban me from Nepal, and then they welcomed me back, but they said there will be no prison sentence, so I was allowed to go back home. The only unfortunate thing was that during my arrest I hid a lot of my climbing gear, which was really expensive and really heavy. I hid at Mount Everest Base Camp purely because I knew it was going to get confiscated. So this is what this track is all about. I'm going back to collect my gear.
Cool.
So the reason why I wanted to climb Mount Everest is really that I sort of hit a bit of a low in my life, and I wanted to do something good to feel good about myself. And I have firefighting training as an EMS or EMS training, and I heard about all the people that would die on the mountain every year, and I knew that there was only one place I could go in the world really that was an isolated place where I knew people may need help. So that was my incentive for trying to get onto Mount Everest, to help people. Also, it would have been a great accomplishment to have reached the summit, but that was secondary to the incentive of wanting to help people. But unfortunately, I was pulled off the mountain before I could do any good. In my life, ever since I was 16, I've pretty much been on my own in doing adventures and a lot of potentially dangerous things. And really, the reason that I keep searching for bigger adventures is really to I guess you can say it's a selfish reason in searching for the ultimate happiness, but also searching for the ultimate wisdom that I can source in my soul. Because I find that the more things we own, the more they own us. So I try and own as little as possible so that I'm free to do whatever whatever an opportunity calls for. And I also find that like the further, how can I say, how can we expect as a human race to grow if we do the same thing every day that we did the day before yesterday? And it's not a judgment to people that have a home, a family, that go to the same house, that do the same job, that get in the same car and drive the same route and watch the same show or whatever. It's certainly no judgment, it's just different interests. But for me, the ultimate happiness or the ultimate goal in life is to keep searching and for what makes us happy and where our souls may have come from and where they're going. And I think the only way you can do that is to keep pushing yourself as hard as you possibly can, because that's the only way you're going to really search for those questions. And once you have the questions, then you can go out and find the answers. And that's pretty much what Everest is for me, is finding an answer about why I'm here and where potentially I'm going to land up. If it kills me, then I'm not saying that life is that I don't value life. It's just the risk I'm prepared to take to find the ultimate answer in where I'm meant to be in this world.
Day 5. As you may see, this is Namche, where I am, 3,440 meters. And I'm planning to move all the way up to Tengche, 3,800 meters. Then move ahead to Somare. And finally trying to reach Periche, that is 4,240 meters. Then the way will be from here to here. I don't know if I can make it because it's a lot of way and there is more than 1,000 of change of altitude. I'll try to make my best. Regarding the weather, it's not very good at all. I'll try to do my best. Actually, I lost the way. There was no signal and I have been like walking for an hour in the wrong path, and now I'm trying, and I'm a hope that this is the right path to go in the next place. Otherwise I would need to find a way to sleep in a safe and let's say not a little bit dry place, because it's very dangerous. We may see continue during the night. I hope so then I'm gonna make it, and that's the right way to go to the next village, because I'm completely in the middle of nothing. Let's see.
It's sunny!
Yeah, I cannot believe it. Dan, what's the name of that?
Yeah.
This?
Amadablon,
Kamalabloem?
Thangteka,
Okay,
Thamserku,
okay,
Taoje,
okay.
Lobuje Peak,
Oh, Labuche Peak.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Chola. This Chola.
Okay, Chola. Thank you. I'm so excited. I had the chance to wait, and usually when you wait, you always face the best. It's something that is lost in our society. Everything now is on demand. You're never available to wait a few days to see the beauty or wait something beautiful. A lot of people just left the camp because they said, well, I don't want to wait more. And you see, still a lesson of life. When you wait, there is always something beauty expecting you, waiting for you. Look, that's amazing mountain. This is day 6. Today is a sunny day, and I had the chance to see a lot of mountain and peak. I'm heading to La Bouche, 4,900 meter. It's kind of 4 hours of hiking, but I'm afraid to get some headache because of the altitude. That's why I'm gonna like chill out and make these 4 hours 8 hours, with the hope to don't have any kind of problem later on. This morning I woke up and everyone was shouting because there was the sun and we could see everything. Just jump out of bed and run outside, and I had a strong headache because from nothing I consume a lot of oxygen, and yeah, it was not a good idea. Anyway, now I'm feeling good. Little by little I'm going up. We are on the way to Garashep for 5,100 meter. He don't like to any video, but he's not gonna say anything. Just he's my dude. We're going together.
Don't make me out to be a mute.
And well, there are a lot of mountains. There air, it's very rare, very fat. Are you safe? The oxygen is very low, but we are trying to make it. Now I need to stop speaking. Sorry. Hear the news?
Yeah.
Say hi, namaste.
Namaste.
He's carrying the sheet of the cow,
Yeah.
the yak,
Yaxi.
because tonight we need to have warm place,
Yes.
and then you use it for like a fireplace
Yeah.
and make the house warm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah? We are trying to make it in Garashep till the sun is here. Let's see if we can make it. Patthar Peak. And the mountain right behind, it's Everest.
And you? He doesn't
Yeah.
like to read my
Kind of shit. Oh,
Careful.
say hi.
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 You're on the peak. Yeah.
So, in the rock, you see there is the one window.
Yeah.
So that is our seismic station. And from here we can monitoring about the earthquake measurements. So this pyramid 27 years before built. And working about 5 things like a human, environment, geological, so like this many things we have, and scientific like this. So in the top you see there is our main climate observatory station.
Okay.
We have there our main instrument. It is monitoring about the pollution dust like black carbon, ozone, mercury, and many different kinds of pollution. And we have also up there a GPS station, and also we have the many location. We have our weather station from Lukla, Namche, Feruche, around. You see up there, that is our weather station also in the Kala Patthar. You have been in the Kala Patthar?
Yeah.
There was our station.
Yeah.
मैले